Thank you so much for today. And today is welcome to our day three of full stack web development program. And feel welcomed. And today we are going to have Teresa Peter will take us through the HTML, which we said the previous day. Feel free and share your thoughts. In case you have a question, you can have it in the chat. Then it will be sorted out. So enjoy the session. It will take probably 3 hours, depending how the session will be guided. So feel welcomed and enjoy the session. So,
Okay. Good morning, all. My name is Teresa Peter, and I'll be your instructor for today. So I'll share my screen. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. So today is our day two, and I'll be taking you through HTML. Let me share my profile. So this is my profile information. So who am I? I'm Teresa Peter. Currently, I'm a student pursuing ICT at Maseno University. And it's the only university along the equator. And okay, let me shortly tell you what I do. I'm a front end developer. Mm, okay, using React framework, though not that. Okay, I'm still a novice. And also, I'm a freelancer and mostly I've worked with Upwork and Writer Pro. I got another opportunity to be a DevTown instructor, thanks God. I'm also a mentor. I mentor high school students, and whenever I get the chance, I also mentor university students. I'm an Enactors member, yeah, and I also have hobbies like other people. I like reading, traveling, watching documentaries, watching movies. So I don't want us to take a lot of time in what I do and who am I. I just want to us to grab the skills of what we are supposed to do at the moment. Hizo vitu nyingine mtaniona kando, I think. Okay, so basically, these are some of the important things that we need to learn in our today's lesson, which will be, I think, for like 3 hours. And HTML, we'll start with the basics. We know different tags and elements, and look at the forms and tables, semantic HTML, SEO basics, accessibility, and the best practices of HTML. Okay, so now I can start. So first of all, what is HTML? HTML it stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it's a scripting language. I know most people think that HTML is a programming language, but according to my argument, HTML is a scripting language, and it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, and something else we know that HTML is a part of front end development. What we see, what the user interacts with, and HTML mostly it deals with the structure of the web page, how the web page looks like, and also HTML it is used to provide the content, more so words, images, audio, and videos of that particular web page. Something else about HTML, it is a tag-based language. And also HTML files, they can be created using a text editor. And text editors, we have different text editors. We have Sublime Text, we have Visual Studio Code. Yes, those are the ones that I know currently of late. And we also have online text editors like Replit, which we are going to use today. So we'll start with our sample HTML document and we will use Replit in that case. Before I go on, if you have any question, you can just post and I will see and I'll reply. So, okay, I'll share my Replit screen. Hope you can all see. So, this is a sample HTML document. Hope you can all see. And I will be describing each and every statement which is here. A moment. So,
Mm, a
the first
question.
thing you can see. Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe you can show them how you have how to start up the Replit, because there are some people who are not aware of the platform that you're using.
No, okay, it's okay, Jack. No problem. Mhm. Wait a moment. So, when you open the screen, I don't know if I open it again or what. Okay, let me do this. So when you open the screen, it will look like okay, it will just appear like it will become a like itakuwa ni homepage. So itakuwa na option ya create. So you will just come here, click create. Then you will use the template which you want. For today, we will be using HTML, CSS, and JS, which is over here. So we also give it a title, what we want it to be, like the title of the page. And we say learning HTML. Then we create. Now this is the screen, how it will appear after you have created your template. I hope I am clear. If you have any question before we proceed, you can ask. Okay. Now this is a first. Okay, this is a sample document, and I will explain to you what each statement means over here. we have the doc type HTML, as you can see on the screen. Doc type HTML, it tells the browser that the file being displayed is an HTML5 version. That's the first thing that we need to know. And also, below that, we have the opening tag and the closing tag HTML. Like inside the opening and closing tag, we have the HTML. That statement means that it's meant to contain all the HTML data, and it is the start of an HTML page. The next thing we see the head tag. And the head tag, it provides information about the document. What is usually contained in the head tag, inside the head tag, we usually see the meta tag, title tag, the link tag. Most of that's usually contained in the head tag. And the meta tag, it tells about the document or the browser that will be used. Everything about the website is being entailed in the meta tag. And in the title, we usually have let me say the title of the web page. For instance, as you can see here, we have, I hope you can all see my screen. The one which usually appears on the top, I don't know how to describe it, but the one which usually appears on the top is usually the title tag. Then we have the link tag. The link tag is usually into what? Let me say this. Link tag usually displays, what should I say? These are it's usually used to refer to another page of like let's say another web page. When you click the link, it takes you to another page, and maybe if you want to refer to something, yeah. And sometimes it usually even to in a different page. That's what I can say, or in the same folder. The next thing we have the body tag. The body tag usually contains everything visible on the web page. For instance, we usually have paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, all that. As you can see, we have our screen here, the one which you can view what you have coded, like using the HTML. Hello world. So it is inside our body tag, and you can, as you can see, it has already been displayed here. As we said earlier, HTML only deals with the structure. That's why you can see the fonts changing and what the colors. That's it, what I can say basically. And also below it we have the script. Script here, it stands for the JavaScript, which is going to be used. JavaScript also, okay, that is not my area, but JavaScript also deals with the interactivity of the web page. The way you, let's say you want to send something, a pop-up appears on your screen, that's usually mostly the work of JavaScript. Okay, so the next thing I want us, so at the end of it all, we have the closing body tag and the HTML closing tag. So the next thing I want us to deal with HTML elements. Oh, I just saw. Okay. Jack, I hope you are helping me answering the question. Actually, I'm dealing with I'm not mostly in the question side. Sini sawa? Okay, let me go on. So, let me talk about HTML elements. Elements are the things that make up the web page. Okay. And tags just define the beginning and end of the elements tags.
Okay,
Okay.
I've answered one of the questions. Someone asked which software are you using?
Which software I'm using? Okay, I'm using Replit.com. It's just an online editor. It's just my assumption that not everyone has Sublime Text, not everyone has Visual Studio. So I just decided to use the Replit, which is an online one, and anyone can access it instead of taking more time downloading and installing. You see? So I just decided to use Replit. So, okay, I was talking about HTML elements. So everything that our page includes is an HTML element. And what we usually see is usually contained in an in that specific element. And HTML elements start with an opening tag and a closing, and at the end we usually have the closing tag. So I can do something here for you to see it. For instance, we have, let me say, after hello world, I want to, let's say, add a paragraph. For paragraph, we usually use the p tag. Let's say when I say what, welcome all. Here our day two. When I run it, okay, nothing appears. Let me try. Oh, sorry. So as you can see, this is our first paragraph. Actually, it has appeared here. This is a paragraph, but this one, let's say, I can even say it's a comment. This is our first paragraph. Paragraph usually displays a paragraph tag usually used to display a paragraph. So an H1 tag mostly it usually appeared each and in okay, it appears only once. Mostly it appears once in a page. And from there, let's say we want another paragraph. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. HTML is from run it. As you can see, that's basically all about. It's about HTML, the paragraph tag. So let's say maybe we can look at, let's say we want, what can I say? We want to separate, let's say, we want to have a line break. Okay, let's say we have written, let's say, a very long sentence and you want to split the line. Okay, can use this one. HTML is amazing. And you want to break this line, it becomes two lines. So in the middle here, we will use a break tag. Sorry. Break tag, it's okay. It's like an empty tag. It doesn't have, okay, it's not a must equal like an ending tag. The way it is, you can use it the way it is. So when you run it, you realize, wait, give it time as it runs. You realize the line, our full sentence has been split into two. So that becomes two lines. That's the purpose of a break tag. So the next thing we will have, okay, the next thing we are going to have, bear with me. Okay, let me say this. So HTML elements and tag, there are several tags which you can use. There are tags which are used to bold the text. There are tags which are used to italicize. There are tags which are used to format text. Like there are a lot of tags. So maybe I can just show you what exactly usually. Explaining code is a bit hard for me, but I'll try. I'm trying my best. I also. If there is any question, you can just post and I'll see. Okay. Let's say we want to bold this text. Let's say, what can we say?
Just
Something, something, something.
excuse.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Some someone is asking that what are the types of break tags?
Types of breaking tags.
Yeah.
We only have one type of breaking tag, and we use the BR tag. I hope I have answered your question. Or and break
Yeah. You
tag.
can just
It's a type of tag in HTML. I hope I have answered your question.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. If we try running this one. Okay, as you can see, the bold tag is usually used to bold a text or a word, and I hope you can see. We also have a tag used to italicize text. Can just copy this one and paste it over here. Maybe I. Okay. That's it. I hope you can see what I'm doing on my screen. So we also have some tags, okay, can also be used. Apart from bold, we can also use the strong tag. Strong tag is it's like it's usually used to, like, okay, should I say emphasize what? But mostly it works like the bold tag. And we also have emphasize. All those tags are usually used to emphasize like something is important. Mm, you can do an example here. Mm, so when you run, as you can see, it's just the same thing. It's usually used to emphasize a text. I think I have made an error. Sorry. That's it. The same thing. It has bolded. It's so emphasized, strong, and bold. It's work. It's usually used to like um, tell our web browser that this is an important word or this is an important sentence. So from there, I will. Okay, there are types of headings. Okay, mostly you have seen I've used H2, but there are 6 types of headings. We have the H1, which usually mostly it appears at the start of a web page. We usually have H2 up to H6, and H6 is the smallest one, like it is the last one we usually have. So I can try to show you. And this is a heading. When you run it, you appear it looks very small. I hope you can see my screen. That's the last heading tag in in HTML. There are usually 6 heading tags. That is H1, H2, up to H6. So from there, I'll also take you through how we usually add a link to a web page. We'll add a comment. Okay. Links. Okay, it has appeared. So okay, sorry, not the case. Mhm. Okay. So okay, we have the links tag, and link tag usually represented by we usually call it as anchor tag. Anchor tag usually it links a web page to another web page, and they're usually attributes which are used in the link tag. So the attribute we have over here, it's a ref tag, a ref attribute. So ref attribute, it's like a reference, takes us to another web page. and you usually have the, okay, it is followed by a link. Okay, the source. What should I say? Yeah, also it's like a source, and this one is just like a title, how you want it to be called. This one is the closing tag of the anchor tag. So basically, when we try to open this one, I don't know if it will work, but when you click this link, it's supposed to take you to another web page. That's the work of it. Hope I am clear enough. Okay. Now, if there's any question, you can just post about links and I will answer you before I proceed to the images. There's a lot,
Yes,
and I, uh
yes. Someone,
okay.
someone is asking that, when should we use H1 tags, H2 tags, and so on. And I think I don't know. Can you answer this, or I can take it up?
Types of attributes. Okay.
No, 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 no.
For
Yeah,
types of
he's
attributes,
asking.
mhm,
Let me start with this. That when should you use H1 tag, H2, and so on. For the types of attributes, I think I've answered that one. And now that H1 and H2 up to H6, when structuring your web content, you should use H1 tag to mark the main heading of the page, describing the topic of the entire page. So that is the main functionality of the H1 tag. And if you see the H2
yes.
should be used for subheading that divide the content into section, and H3 tag for the subheading with those sections providing further organization and hierarchy to your content. I think that is clear. So unless you have something you can add, just you can proceed.
Actually, you are clear. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Just use to add any headings in your page. That's the purpose of the head tag. So, any question I see the types of attributes that we can use in the P tag? Yeah, yeah, everything is okay. So, is there any question in the link tag? Do you have any question, or you can just proceed to the next thing? Okay, thank you. So we'll proceed to the image tag. So as I said earlier, that in HTML, we can, it's okay, it entails content, that is word, images, audio, and video. So we can now look at the image tag. So for the image tag, it usually has its own attribute. And an image tag, it is a self-closing tag, which means that it doesn't contain like a closing tag. It doesn't usually have a closing tag. I can show you here. We have a comment. Let's say images. So I haven't closed this one. Let's see. That's too long. I wish I could show you mine, but it's okay. Um, 12%. Um, okay, 12%. And okay, that's a lot. Let me just show you an example how what we usually do for an image tag. So an image tag usually has a source attribute. Usually has attribute, and one of the attributes is a source attribute, and it is usually represented by SRC, which you can see over there. So the value of the source attribute, it is the URL of the image you want to display on your page. So let's say you have an image. An example is you have an image and you want it to be displayed on your web page. So you will go to the properties section, and okay, depending on how you have called your image and you want to call it on your web page, you will just copy the URL of that page of that image and you paste it. Penye mnaona kuna HTTPS, that one. You paste your link there, and the source tag, it can contain both relative and absolute path, as well as internet image links. Si lazima ikuwe ni like you want to display something which is on your local machine. You can also display an image which is on, let's say, for instance, we have here an image which is directly like to Google. You just go copy the URL of that image in the internet, you paste it on your editor, and when you try to run your web page, you will see that it will be opening. You will see the image on your web page, that image of that page, and you may try kufungua. I hope I'm clear. Also, we have the alt attribute. The alt attribute, still we are in the image tag and discussing on the types of attribute which are found on the image tag. So the alt attribute is also, okay, it tells the reader, okay, in short, usually gives you like a text. In case there's something missing on a page, the alt attribute is usually used, like it's alternate. In case you can't load your image, that's what usually displayed. So the browser will display the alternate text instead of the image. That is, for instance, your image can't load in your browser. Let me use my example here. I don't think this one is clear. Okay, I can say when it goes to images, I can say /logo dot png. I don't have the image here, so maybe you'll try it at your own and you will see. Okay. And we have the alternate text here. I can say alt attribute here. What am I doing? Pardon. Okay, for instance, as you can see the example here, alternate it's a logo. So in case this link doesn't open, it can't load on your browser, the word logo, which is the alternate text, it will be displayed. And you also have the width. It's also an attribute in the image, in the image tag. It usually, like, okay, it tells the browser the size of the image, like how it's supposed to cover the page. I hope I'm clear enough. That's all about image attribute. I hope I am clear. And the height and the width attribute in the image, it can be set directly by your browser, or you can determine the user. It can be predetermined. That's what I can say. I i hope you don't have any question. And if you have any question, you can. There's a question here. Alt tag is an alternative information in the image that is broken or cannot be loaded. Yeah, correct. Can you break a line with a single breaking tag element, or it must be completely an open and close BR? If possible, can you try with a single breaking? Okay. Can you break a line with a single breaking tag element, or it must be completely an open and close BR? If possible, can you try? I don't know if I'm getting your question. Jack, are you getting this question? The last question. Hello,
Yeah, let me
Jack.
try to let me try to get it out. Like can you break a line with a single breaking tag element, or it must be completely an open and close bracket? Yeah, is very possible. Like when we will start dealing with the JavaScript, you will see that the importance of single breaking. So in that, we call it self closing tag. So you'll get that there are certain elements, like if you want to render a given tag in a using the React DOM, we normally use a self closing tag. Like you can use a break. For example, let me give them example. Mm, yeah, if you check the chart which I've just shared there is of the break tag. So this is one of the example of the self-closing tag. So it's possible that you can have a single breaking tag element. Yeah,
Okay. Can we proceed?
you can type. We can just proceed because I think I've answered it. Yeah. The owner of the question have confirmed that it is answered perfectly.
Okay. Okay. Welcome. So the next thing I want us to, we also have in image tag, we also have the align. Okay, is it an attribute really? But okay, if it's an attribute, okay, I'm not really sure. Maybe someone can tell me, but I feel like it's an attribute. Align it usually like tell the browser how you want your image to be aligned, whether it is you want it to be right aligned or left aligned or center. I hope it's correct. So we also have the border. And border is usually used to specify how you are, like it's specify the thickness of the image. Some images can be inaweza kaa konde, yani border inaweza kaa konde ama no, I hope I am clear. Oh, there might be a typo in the image. Okay, let me see. Are you saying this image or what exactly? Hello, this image or? Let me finish it. Okay, I need to value. Is that okay or what exactly are you? The CRC? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen. Sorry. Okay, now it's okay. So we also have, okay, in image tag, we also have the map tag. And the map tag, okay, not map tag, sorry. It's also a tag, I'm sorry. We also have the map tag in image still. And an entire. I wish I could have an image here in I show you what I'm trying to mean, but it's okay. You can try all this. We have the map tag here. I can do this. Okay. Attributes, image, attributes. We have the map tag. We have the alt tag, width tag, height, sorry, height, border, so basically those are types of the image attributes that can be used in the image tag. I hope I'm clear enough. So the next thing I want us to discuss about lists. Lists. Sorry. Lists. And in lists, we have two types of lists. We have the ordered lists, which is usually represented by, okay, if I can remember, it's OL. And unordered list. Two types, ordered list and unordered list. So unordered list usually unordered lists usually use bullet, and for the ordered list it usually use like okay, kitu kama number 1, 2, 3 hivyo, and or A, B, C or Roman numbers. But for unordered list usually it uses bullets. I hope I am clear. Okay. So I can proceed. Let's say I want to create a list of items. Say we N. Hmm, mangoes. I want to create a list of fruits. So let's I can say we have mangoes. We have oranges. It reads my mind. Sorry. Oranges. We have bananas. Those three are enough. So if I run it, you will see that we have our list here. Sorry. We have our list here. And we have used an ordered list. But we want, if we want to use a ordered list, like equate like equal numbered, let me say if you're too clear, like equal numbered, we use the ordered list. And instead of UL, we use OL, which is ordered list. As you can see here, the UL element represents a list of items where the order of the items is not important. That is, when changing the order will not materially change the meaning of the document. That's what I was trying to say. So when we want our list to be ordered, we use OL. L. When we run it, there's something wrong. Could I be going wrong? There's something wrong. I don't know if I can see it or what. There's an error here and I don't know. I can't really see it clearly. Where could it? Where could I be going wrong? I don't know if someone can help me because I think there's something wrong and I'm trying to see it. I don't know. Because for me, I don't think if there's any mistake. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, here. Sorry. Let's try running it. Is it okay? No. Sorry. I feel confused. Okay. Oh my god, wrong. I closed the image tag. That. Ah, just after. Oh, okay.
Uh, excuse, excuse,
Ah,
excuse. Just
that one, or what are you trying to say?
okay. It seems like I don't know why your browser cannot compile that. Maybe you can use this one of mine for the explanation of the ordered list.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have seen my mistake. Thank you so much. I have seen my mistake why things were not running the way I wanted.
Okay. Yeah. And cake is
Eh? Pardon?
okay. You're just okay. You're just okay. Just proceed.
Okay. I hope now that is okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The one has helped me just right now. So that is for the ordered list. And we also have the unordered list, which will use a bullet. So you just change here UL, which is for the unordered list. Let me try running. As you can see, it has used bullets and it doesn't depend on, okay, the hierarchy, let me say that. And also for list we also have its attribute. For list we can, okay, list we can, oh, okay, what do I say? We also have we have attributes which can be used in list. You can specify on the type that you want to use instead of using the, okay, in ordered list, instead of using 1 2 3, you can also use the alphabet. Also you can use the Roman numbers, and it usually has it's okay, what can I say, I haven't crammed the types that you can usually use to clarify, but I know there are types that you can use for the ordered list and also for the unordered list. I hope I am clear. Any question? I want double quote earlier. Oh, okay. Is it here or what exactly? Because I am seeing a comment. Also, you added a one double quote earlier. Sorry. Okay, okay. Is it here or someone can just text? As we wait for the text, maybe we can proceed with something else. So from there we have, we can go to forms. Say forms. Sorry. Okay. For forms, there are different types of forms. And forms usually, most of the time, okay, forms basically are usually used to get, let's say, details from a user. An example, let's say it's a login screen. Okay, when you log in, usually input your details. That's a type of form. We can have vertical forms, we can have horizontal forms. Those are all types of forms. And also forms has its own attributes. So this one is usually the parent tag of the form, of the HTML form in short. And we also have its attributes. And one of the attribute is the action attribute, which is usually used to like describe the URL listed, and it's where the form data will be submitted once the user inputs his or her details. Okay, this one is all about PHP, sorry. And we also have the method attribute. And method attribute is usually used to specify which HTTP method will be used, whether if it is post or get. And mostly, okay, I've interacted with with this mostly when I usually use PHP. Yeah. And also we have the what? We have the validation. I think it's validate or what? Something validation. Mostly that one usually use in case you want it's a must. Okay, you have your form and you want something to be input, like someone cannot proceed to the next step if the form has not been completed. Use the validation attribute. I hope I'm clear. We also have the target attribute, and the target attribute most usually after submission, the form response usually displayed. Let's say you have logged in successfully. And also we have the input attribute. This tag is used to take input from the user, and input type is determined by a number of attributes. let's say you are okay, what you want to input is in form of numbers. So you will specify your input to be a number, input type to be number. Or if it's text, your input type will be text. I hope I am clear enough. In case of any question. Okay, when the items don't have a specific and which consists, do I prefer a specific order and you want to display them for that phrase? Ah, okay. So the next thing we have we can discuss about tables. So for tables, basically we usually use tables. Maybe we want to display a list of items, but we want to use to display the list of items using a table. That's when we'll use introduce tables. And in tables, we also have its attributes like the tr. Let's see, I can try listing them here. Table attributes, sorry. So for table attributes, we have the tr, which denotes the single. It usually denotes a row in a table, the rows. We can say we have tr, and we usually have the table data. So inside the rows, usually have the data that you want to input, and it's the std table data. And we also have the th, which is the table header. Th. And yeah, there are many attributes. Maybe I can list them. Yeah, we have cell padding. That is, for instance, maybe okay, you want, how should I explain it? Maybe someone, Jack. Hello.
Yes.
I want you to assist me with something over here.
Okay, which one is that?
Okay. For cell padding and the call span, like the words, I'm missing the words. Okay, what can I say?
Okay. Well, let me get what you are trying to explain previously, because we have the form. Oh, okay. You are talking about the form.
Tables.
Okay. So you want like to form a table of a given function.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Just a
nice.
table. I want to describe about the tables, and of course we have the attributes which are used in tables.
Yeah,
And
actually.
table, it is
So
the
in a table, first of all, if you want to initialize a table, you use a tag of tables, which has a closing tag. So we have a table can have we have table rows and table columns. like for regular data. And even the header, we have th to represent the header. Yeah. So if so for the columns, we have we can talk about td for the a tag of td for to represent the columns. And if you talk about the tr, which is the table rows. So just for a demo, let me just show you something here. mm, let me just show you about the tables. So in case I have something like this, so let me run that function. Okay, so we have a header. So this the so this part where I'm this line, you can see you can use a table to initialize, to tell the HTML that what I want to do, I want to describe my table. So you use this tag called table, then you describe the table head. So table head will contain the table rows, and the table rows that will have head 1, head 2, and head 3. Yeah. So we also have to consider the table body, what the table is going to contain. So table dimensional blah blah blah. I don't know if I've helped. You can pick it from there.
Yeah, you have said. Thank you. So that's what yeah, thank you. So in a table, we also have, okay, wait. I wanted you to tell them about cell padding, but it's okay. I can tell them it's okay. So for cell padding, usually like, how should I say? I'm missing the words really. Cell padding is
That's
usually
cool.
used to adjust the space inside the cells. That's what I can say basically. I hope I am making sense. That's what cell padding used to do. It is the space between the cell edges and the cell content. And usually by default, the cell padding usually set to 0. And I think I'm clear enough. Is it okay? Yeah, call span joins two columns to one. And there is also row span. Row span also for it usually joins one row to one. I hope I am clear.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want us to check, I'm just trying to give you the basics. I don't want to go in details. So the next thing I want us to discuss about the div element. So the div element uh, is usually used as a container for other HTML element. So let's say you want what can I say? In short, just know that the div element is usually used as a container for other HTML elements. Maybe you want to have, let's say, several containers. Maybe there's a section which has a section which has the image or what. I don't know what can I say. But you just know that the div element is usually used as a container for other element. And the div element is by default a block element. Yeah. So let's say we can, okay, let's say, let's do this. Usually used to group section in a web page. Wenye kunaweza kuwa tu na head section, nini body, like kuna header, kuna itwaje, ni section ama ni nini, that one, then kuna footer. I think zote hizo zinakuwa kwa div, the containers in it. So div usually necessary because usually most it's important because it lets you wakati ifika nini time ya kustyle, the time you usually use to style using the CSS, it becomes a little okay, it becomes much easier when you style your web page. Okay, what else can we know about div element? I think that's all for a div element. And for div element, if I forget, usually it doesn't require attributes, but most is usually the things which are usually used in div element. We usually use style, class, and ID. Those are the most common, though it usually doesn't require attributes. That's what I know. From there, we can dig deeper into classes, HTML classes. So HTML class attribute is usually used to specify a class for an HTML element. And the main thing we can learn here is that multiple HTML elements can share the same class. That's something important. And when you use the class as attribute, often it's used to point to a class name in a style sheet. Let's say an example. Let me give you an example. We have used our div over here. Class. Let's say over here. Then we have closed the div. So when you use it this way, the class attribute we have here, and we have said the value we have given it is home. So during the styling in your cascading style sheet, you want only to style the, let's say, the content inside home. It will only style the specific what? That specific attribute, the class, the home section, and it will leave the rest. That's what I can say. I hope I am clear. How does the div element contribute to organizing contents of a web page? Oh, have been answered. So I hope I'm clear. We also have ID, and for ID attribute, it is used to specify a unique ID for an HTML element. Oh, I'm sorry, my laptop is almost going off. A moment. Oh, sorry, my laptop is going off.
Asipopata hiyo nafasi basi itakuwa ni shida kwetu. Mimi nikamwambia uko ni sawa.
Sorry. And when you use the ID attribute, it is used to point to a specific style declaration in a style sheet. The one will be taking you through any CSS will clearly tell you more about it. And the ID attribute, it is also used by JavaScript to access and manipulate the element with a specific ID. And the syntax which is used to what? When you use cascading style sheet, the syntax that is used most is usually the hash character, followed by the ID name that you have specified in your HT element. I hope I am clear. I hope I'm clear enough, unless you have more question. Hello? Hello?
I think yeah, you are okay. I don't even see question here. So please let me know, is the do you have a question? If there's someone who have a question, you can just paste it there. And also there's a link, there's a form for the attendance link, and you need to sign it up before 10 minutes elapsed. Today I've really added a lot of time. You can sign it up for the two attendance is out. So for the people who are joining us now, there is a attendance link. You need to sign it up before time elapses.
Okay, I think you can continue. So we also have something else. We're still in elements. There are a lot of elements. Maybe I will not mention all of them here, but I will try as much as possible and describe as many of them. So we have iframes, and HTML iframes are used to display a web page within a web page. What am I trying to mean? Uh, okay. So the HTML iframe tag, it specifies an inline frame, and it is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. You just need to have you need to have the link that you want to embed inside the web page, okay, inside your code, and provide a description of what your web page does. That's what I can say. So maybe if I can give you an example so that you can see it clearly. Okay. Have here. Frames. So this is a iframe. Let's say It's a iframe tag and its attribute, the source attribute. So when you try to run it, mhm, so this one, okay, I don't know why it has refused to connect, but it's okay. So mostly, as I said, iframe is used to display another web page in your page. That's the essence of iframes. You can try it if you have, okay, in your own free time. You will try it and you will see what I'm trying to mean. So the next thing we have, the next thing we have HTML layout. So in HTML layout, okay, what I can say, HTML layout elements and techniques, we often display content in multiple columns. Like, okay, for instance, the way a newspaper usually looks. You will see there's a one column maybe about, let's say, something, there's another column describing something. Okay, I usually see a newspaper. That's all about the HTML layout. Yes, I hope I am clear. In case there are any questions, you can just ask me. And HTML layout elements, what I can say, it has several semantic elements that define the different parts of a web page. We usually have the, okay, for instance, let's imagine we have a web page, and for in a web page we usually have the header. From the header we have the navigation link, the home, the about us, contact us, maybe the gallery. Usually that is called the navigation link. And you usually also have the section. From the section we have the article, and then lastly there's usually something like a copyright. That's usually called the footer part. Yes, that's all about the HTML layout elements. And for the header, usually define a section or a document of that web page. And the navigation defines a set of navigation links. And section defines a section in a document. For the footer, it defines a footer for a document or section. Yeah, that's about HTML layout element. What else can we talk about? Yeah, that's all I prepared for today. Maybe if you have any other question, maybe if you have any more questions, we can discuss. That's all I prepared for you today. Basics, different tags, forms, semantic HTML is your basics, basic practices. Okay, that's all I prepared for you for today. Maybe if you have more questions.
Excuse this.
Okay.
Okay, it's a wonderful session. So I can see there is an error. There is an error in the image here. Mm,
Okay.
yeah, what you are supposed to do is that you are just supposed to take. Okay, let me just give you the an overview how they are supposed to do it. You're just supposed to take any image from your local machine, then you drag it inside. You just drag it there. So let me just a demo for what you're. If you are using Replit, uh, you
Mm-hmm.
let me share this. Yeah, if you are using the replit here, uh, you can just add it. You see this pattern here. You can see the new file. We have a new file. We have a new folder. And if you see here, you can see we have upload the folder, upload the file, blah blah blah. So you can upload the file from your local machine. And let me
Mm-hmm.
just take let me take a one of these. Let me use one of a photo here. I hope you can see it. So you can see this photo which is here. So while we want to, if you want to have a, so let me use a source for the image here. So alternative text, we can have that. Okay, let me just call it an image. And then here in the PNG, in the source, you can copy this. You can copy the link, and then you paste it inside the source. It's not supposed to be there. So let's wait it to load up. Yeah, so that is it. So that's how you can upload your image while you're using the replit. Hope you guys you are okay. Please let me know if that is okay with you. And then also in the attendance, you can tell us how you felt with the YouTube. Do you want us to continue using the YouTube, or we can change it to Google Meet or Skype, something like that? But you tell us your experience with the YouTube, and if it's okay with you, then we'll continue with that. Yeah, you can take on, Therese.
Okay. First of all, I have a question to you, Jack. So basically, when we are using the image tag, we don't have to close it, or
Okay, let me take it from here.
mm-hmm.
Mm, let me just share the screen. There will be let me show you what I'm doing. There will be no effect. There will be no effect if you use a self-closing tag. So we are going to use a tag, an image tag. So I'm going to have image. Let me have it an image tag. Then I need to describe the source of this my image. So the source you have seen that we have used Teresa. So Teresa, I just need to
Mm-hmm.
tap. Then you know that if you are describing an image, you need to give it an alternative text. So let me just have an alternative text to be that one. So I think it will not cost you if you use even the self-closing tag that we were describing previously, because it will still give you the same thing. It will still work. Yeah. Even if you, yeah, so here you can choose to use even the self-closing tag or any other form. It will still work. It will not harm you. Hope I'm clear.
Oh, you're clear.
Yeah. So someone is asking
Okay.
for the notes. Yeah, someone is asking for the notes for the presentation. I will highly recommend that while you are learning about the HTML for the first time, the best site I can recommend for you is W3 school. W3 school has best notes for you, and also there are exercises that you need to attempt after every headline. So I will highly recommend you visit W3 school, and it will really help you in HTML. But for the presentation that my colleague have used, I will share it in your email address and also in the WhatsApp community. Yeah. So Kitendwe, don't worry about the presentation. For the guidance, you are going to get it in the group. Teresa?
Okay, thank you. It was a nice session. Actually, this is my first time. Yeah, this is my first time, and I hope I tried. Nikaa
Mhm.
nilipoteza kuna place ya kuna wakati things are not that great. Yeah, kuna place nilipotea and I think I tensed. But I hope I tried my best. Yes, and if you have any questions, I am ready to answer you. And for the parts that I missed to include in my presentation, I will share it with you so that you see what really HTML is. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you so much for the day tour. It was a very wonderful session. Actually, I'm really proud of you because due to your confidentiality, you have really shown it all, and wishing to engage you another day for another session, and you are highly appreciated for giving us this kind of wonderful presentation. So nice, Teresa. Nice so much. So for the people who are viewing us live, I hope now I can close my attendance sheet because today I've really given you, I don't know, it's something like 30 minutes for the signing for the attendance sheet, which will not happen next time because next time it will be only 5 minutes. Yeah. I will only give 5 minutes for the attendance sheet, then it will disappear like that. So if you are late for the class, then that day you will miss the attendance. But you know very well in mind that if you have less than two, if you have more than two, you miss more than two sessions, or you miss signing for the attendance for more than two, then you want to get the certificate from us. And I will highly recommend you guys that you come in class early, even 5 minutes before time for you to be familiarized with what we are going to discuss, and you fill up your attendance in time. Okay, for the resources, your email addresses, and also in the WhatsApp community. If you have not joined the WhatsApp community, check your email address. There is a link. There is a joining link for the WhatsApp community, and for the resources, you are going to get them all too. For the day three, we will start our journey for the CSS. And in case you have a question, you can as well visit Teresa or I or any other instructor. We have a team of instructors which will discuss your question. So congratulations to Teresa for the nice presentation. Bye, everyone.
I have
Teresa,
something to add.
yeah.
I have something to add. Okay. This is what I want to say. Uh, if you really want to know how to code, we need to practice a lot because I believe practice makes perfect. I can tell you that. Let me share with you something small. Uh, okay, when I was in first year, I didn't have that someone to tell me like you have to do this or do this. So most of the times I usually like laze around. Yani nilikuwa ile tu ni kubebwa na watu. So time was really running out, and I was like, what am I really doing? Like, what do I want to do in life? Yes, I'm doing IT. Yes, I'm doing this, but what am I really doing? What am I really doing in the industry? If someone tells me, okay, do this, I give you something, and maybe you make for me this. I didn't have any idea. So it's until I said, okay, let me try. So the first thing I did, I opened a GitHub account. For those who know the GitHub, It's a very useful resource that you can use to post your projects there. So the first thing, that hello world you usually start with, make sure like, si to make sure, yani kitu yoyote yenye unatry kufanya make sure unaweka tu kwa nini GitHub. Hiyo ina ensure your progress in everything that you do, either in HTML, either in React, either in anything that you do, make sure una nini. So mi naweza tu wapea assignment kidogo. During your free time, kwa wenye wajui kutumia GitHub, you can try learning how to interact with GitHub. Una install nini, uta create account ya GitHub, install GitHub, Git bash I mean, ni utakuwa unatumia ka CMD ama unaweza tumia terminal kama hautakuwa conversant na nini Git bash. Yeah, just any practice, join communities. Yeah, join communities, discuss, uliza maswali, fanya project. Hiyo itakufanya unani like una improve hadi mwenyewe utakuwa unasikia like you are doing something. Yes. Also tutorials za YouTube zinakuwaga nini nzuri sana. Do that and you will see yourself going somewhere. Na pia kuwa na confidence. Yeah. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Wow, very nice. Bye bye everyone. If you have a comment, leave a comment there in our YouTube channel, and we love you all. We can't wait to see you in day 3. Bye bye everyone. But remember that practice makes perfect. Whatever discussed now, if you don't practice it, then it's like you gained nothing today. So find your time and you revisit whatever we have discussed today. There's a recording there in the YouTube. You can as well visit it for life. So I will also share it there. So bye everyone.